And now you don't ask me why I'm deleting these records. You can't delete the list view. Oops. Okay, list view. I'm trying to delete the list view. Okay. Delete. Just delete it. Go. Just delete. Even this is also delete. Just delete. That's finally done. Going for the trend object once again. Relationships. New master detail relationship. The detail relationship. Going for next. Choosing here as an clubs. You can say clubs and just going for next. You all know right what to do here. I'm doing nothing here, just going for next and save. Just save. Finally, cannot create master detail relationship. You cannot. Okay, even in the student side, we do have records, right? Even we need to give that record data also. So as of now, what I'm trying to do is like, I would like to delete all the student records. So that will get stored in the recycle bin. Then after I can restore whatever I want. Just deleting. Oops. Deleting. Actually, I did a master value delete. I shouldn't do that. Actually, I should delete from the student side. Delete. Just delete. Just delete. That looks fine. So let me go to the student object. Now I'm picking again. Clubs. Going for next. You know, nothing doing here. Just going for next. Next, and the save. For sure, it creates now. So finally, we are done. You can see already two master detail relationships has been completed. If I was trying to create one more, it doesn't get created. See, for an object, we can create only two master detail relationships from a child side. So now I need to go for the object manager teacher. Clicking on the teacher, fields and relationships, going for new. And you can see master detail relationship. There are any records in the teacher. If there are any records in the teacher also, we can't create this data. So for that, what I'm trying to do is like I do go for the teacher and even I delete the data over there also. Like all only funny is there, just deleting it. That looks fine. Just going for next. And here, what I need to pick? Can someone tell me that? What is the object I need to pick here? So we need to pick clubs. Just going for next. Nothing doing here. Just next. Finally done. Right. Now we do call this junction object as an junction object. Okay, let me go to the. Let me refresh here. Now let me check. Student data. What I can see here. Let me click on new. See, even the clubs is also getting highlighted here. That's the reason we do call this is a many to many object. Even when I pick it running here, so let me create a new club here, or else let me restore all the data. Let's see what happens when we are restoring the data from the recycle bin, because now we have created a relationships, all kind of stuff, right? So let's see how does a recycle bin behaves when there is a or bin. Like as of now there are only three records, three clubs records are there, and restore the data. Data has been restored. Going for the student. If you see here, where is the student data? Student data has been deleted. That is just because of recycle bin. See, I was trying to delete the student data for the second time. That was the reason it is got reflected. The recycle bin got empty. Okay, let me go to student again. Let me create new account. Let me pick this time let me pick this time someone like Wani. Student master. I won't want this master because this is lookup. And the course I can choose any either of anything. I can choose CSC. I can choose whatever I want. And the clubs, I can choose whatever the club I want, like a cycling, cheese, all these things. So let me choose this cricket and let me one save. Right. If I go for the teacher also, teacher record also, I'm trying to create a new record. See, even the club is also getting highlighted here. Under the search. So to share, let me pick like that. So let me click cricket club and let me make it save. So if I go for clubs now, I can see under the cricket, under the cricket, I can see both are related objects. If I go for the related members, like 12 members are there. Okay. Student one record and the teacher one record. This is what the story about that. Look up master detail. There is a disturbance in mine voice. I don't think so because from mine side everything is clear. Just confirm me if everyone is facing the same kind of disturbance. Mine voice is clear, right? Okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough. That's fair enough. Okay, so now you got how to create a lookup junction object also, and you got the reason why to create a junction object. When there is a two master detail relationship, we do create a junction object. Cool. So we are done with these two, and even we have seen that lookup with master. So let me tell you orally again. A child object is a parent object is not mandatory over the lookup. The parent value is mandatory for a master detail relationship. Cascade deletion is allowed in MDR. Cascade deletion is not allowed in MDR. We can create 40 lookup relationships for an object. We can create 40 lookup relationship for an object, but we can create only two master detail relationships for an object. So these are some limitations there for the lookup with master detail relationship, right? Mine voice is very low. So yeah, I don't bother about the voice. If you do have a speaker with you, you have an earphones with you, use headphones, everything is fine, right? Right. So just everything's okay. Thanks for your responses, everyone. Everyone, thanks for your responses. Okay, now that is clear. So we are done with the relationships in the Salesforce, right? Everyone, just give me a thumbs up. Everything is clear from the side of relationships, right? Being an administrator, it's a must thing to know clearly about the relationships. If that is clear, we do start creating the fields over the student. And before that, I just want some information from your side. Uh, Still, I don't see multiple people has been responded like whether they are clear for this relationship or not. How many records are like creation of the records are limitless. That's all depends upon you, like how much limit you have taken from the Salesforce. Record creation limit is not limited. You can create multiple records according to your data you have taken, according to the cloud you have bought for the Salesforce. Right? Let's assume that there is a student record. So now I want to ask you some general information from your side. No worries, just nothing like summarizing the Salesforce, summarizing the junction object. Just remember this key point. When do you consider that as a junction object? Junction object is nothing but the object which is having two master detail relationship. That's it. This is a clear statement. See nothing. After creation of the clubs, go to the menu object and then after come for the one object. Same master detail relationship how I have created, but for the clubs, what I did is two master detail relationships I have created. One is from the child side, one is from the student side, one is from the teacher side. That's it. Nothing more in that. Cool. Okay, now I want some information. Like let's consider we want to take the student data. So what are the some general information we do ask from the student? So let me put like this: first name, last name. So can you please go with this flow? Like what are the multiple things? Like someone is like roll number. You are right. Still roll number, R double O L. Yeah. So still phone number. See, this ID seems and roll number seems same, right? Both are same, but the terminology is different here. A mother name, father name. So okay, let it be. Even we do take that also. So I'm just expecting some unique fields like email. We want email of the student, a phone number, email, the course what he's taking, and who is the related teacher for that student. Like we will also assign some teacher for that, right? And whether there are any club kind of memberships, like if there is any canteen or if there is any club, we ask that student to register over that clubs, right? In that same way clubs. And these three things already done. We are done. We have created these three things using via relationships. So let me put another way. Let me put that in another way. Yeah, clubs. Still, what we can expect. One thing like address. Address also we can mention like I would like to go like this. Like country he belongs to. Country. It all things comes on the address, right? Country he belongs to. Like again, I don't want to use this text. I just want to go for the black again. Yeah. So country. Then after under the country, I would like to go for the state, and under that I would like to go for the city. Right? Looks cool. Looks cool. Oops. Right? City. These are the three things. And one more thing, like even we do add that fellow's gender of that fellow, whether she is a girl or boy or a trans, something like that. Mother name, even yeah, because why I'm not taking mother name, even mother name also we do take, but I just want to make a field has a unique data types. Here what are the data types I'm entering, each data type have a unique value. That's the reason I'm not making this mother name repeated, because for mother name we do take data type as a text. For this first name and last name we do comes with the data type of text, so we need not to repeat that. So I'm just searching for the unique things. Address, everyone is right. And section, like what kind of section, like which section he belongs to, which section he belongs to, A section, B section. Even we can also pick that, but I don't want to go for the section. And then like a pin, someone is telling like pin number, like what kind of pin is, are you asking about the postal pin? Zonal, zonal pin, like a postal code, we do call that, right? Pin code, something like pin code, like you can also go with that pin code. Good move. And the next thing is like I just want to know the skills known to that fellow. Skills known. Skills. What kind of skills you do having, like a good communication, something like that, right? And pin code. Yes. Year of semester. Year of semester. Year of the semester. Year of the semester. Like which semester you gonna? Yes, you are right here. And I just want to know the joining date of that fellow. Joining date of that fellow. Particularly, everyone will be of the same date, but I just want to know particular joining date of that fellow. Joining date. Blood group, even that also looks good. Year, like which year belongs to. See, most of the for an BTech, we will take a registration from the first year or second year. Yeah, postal has been repeated already. Zip code, everything is right. Date of birth, one. Yeah, unique thing. Date of birth, DOB, date of birth, date of DOB, date of birth, looks, and if we want the age of that fellow also, age of that fellow, age of that fellow even, we should write all that in the bio of the smart intents. No, 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 I'm not talking these things about that is different. This is different. The fee, how much fees he is paying, right? You are also right. How much fees? How much fees? I just want to make how much club fees he is paying. Membership fees. I just write membership fees. Membership fee. Like I'm not mentioning the college fee. I'm just mentioning the like club fees. Club fees, and even I'm mentioning college fees. Both things. Both things. Date of birth already done. Blood group, I didn't want to go with the blood group. Marks, total marks in the previous class. Yes, you can also take. Okay, now I do feel like these things are fine as of now. Let's start building these things. See, let me make my screen two splits. Let me make my screen two splits. So I hope everyone were able to look into my screen, right? Just stop for some time. Language known. Yeah, even you can also go with language known. Let me pick this language known. Right, so that is fine, that is fine. Just be quiet for some time without mentioning any kind of chat on the chat. Okay, so just concentrate on the things what I am telling to you people, so it comes very clear. So this is our story. This is our story. Just we want to make this under student. So let me go to the student object. See, as of now, whenever entering the student details, it is not asking for any kind of details rather than this course, teacher, and the clubs, right? So we want some more information of the student. We want some more information of the student. As of now, you can see there is a student name. So what I do is this student name I do modify it as a roll number. So like I do make it as a unique number. Automatically it should take. We don't enter the roll number. Automatically a system do generate a roll number for the student. Okay. First I do this, like where I need to go. I need to go to the object manager of the student, object manager of the student. Then after going for the fields and relationships, then after going to the fields and relationships, and then after what I need to do, I need to click on this new, or my target is of making this roll number, making this full name to roll number, right? So what I do is like, let me check where was this name. You can see this is the student name, right? So I just go here and just click on this edit. So here I'm not making it student name, I'm just making it student roll number. Student roll number or student ID, anything is fine, roll number. And here I can give a format, like how does it should be displayed. How does it should be displayed? Like stud dash, a flower brace starts with. So I do give here 4 zeros. Like even I can also give like this. Even I can also give like this, like a 14, like this is of 22, right? And at 22 ABCD, ABC, ABC followed by this form. And what is the student starting number should be there? Let's assume that as of now, we are taking the registrations from 1 lakh, or else we are taking the registrations from 100. So 1000. So it starts created in this format from this number. So let me click on save, which shouldn't throw any error. Yeah, that is not throwing any error. Automatically we have created, right? So let me show you that how does it displays. Let me show you that how does it displays. Let me go to this recently and student. Let me click on this name. Now you can see it doesn't ask for the student name. You can see if I click on new, it is not asking for the student name. Even it is not allowing me to enter the roll number also. A format do takes automatically. So we will create some more fields and we will come here and going for the student object once again, and clicking on the fields and relationships, clicking on the new, and this time I'm choosing the data type. For the first name and choosing the data type as name. See, there is a text data type allows user to enter the combination of letters and numbers. So these are the multiple data types which are there in the Salesforce. According to the user need, he need to choose any one of the data type from here. So what I have decided is for the first name, text will be the best data type that I can choose. I'm choosing the text and going for the next. So what we have decided for the first name, length, how much length you would like to give. I would like to give 18 digits and everything looks same. Whether this first name is an required or not required, that's up to you. And this first name should be a unique field or you should make this as a duplicate because multiple people might be having a same first name, right? Someone first name start with B and even some other people start first name starts with a B, right? So that is not the fine thing going for the unique field for the first name. So I'm not going, even I'm not making this as a required. Okay, these two things, I'm not making this required. Even I'm not making this unique. Oops. Something just went wrong. Yep. Okay, just going for next. Just going for next. And I'm not doing any kind of things here because we do discuss about the profile again, no worries. Just going for next and just making it save and new because I want to create one more field, right? That's the reason I have clicked on save and new. Again going for text, going for next, and this time last name length. Again I'm giving this time 20 is the last name length, and this time making this as a required and just going for next. Same steps will be repeated. Just see there is a small difference when I'm not choosing field as a required. You can see I got an option of editing this visibility, but when I'm choosing field as a required, a system is taken as a control. A system control has been taken because I don't have any privilege of editing this. I'm trying to edit this. I was unable to do this. So when you're going when a master, when you're going for the required field, a system will take the control of the settings. Okay, just going for next and clicking on save and new because I need to create one more thing like a phone number, and for phone number directly there is a phone field. Going for next, these all things are again repeated for every data type. You will have multiple things. Just choose those things according to your requirement and whether the phone number is required, not required for me. Just going for next. So just next and save and new. This time email ID. This will be the repeated task. It might be boring to you and I will be creating quickly for you people. Email next and then email, and here one step you need to remember. I need to make this as a unique. Can someone mention in the chat why I need to make this as a unique? See, what I'm telling is like I'm making this email as a unique. I do click on this unique. There any particular reason for this to mention that as an email because two users doesn't have a same. No two people, exactly, you are right. No two people doesn't have an email as a duplicate, right? See, mine email ID will be different. Mine email ID doesn't get matched with anyone. That's the reason when you are entering the data, you are making the validation of the data. You are making the proper data to enter into the Salesforce. So you are managing your data, right? You are validating the data. So just making it unique and just going for next and everything is same again. Right? So since that is not a required field, so I can control the visibility and the read only file. Going for next and saving and new. So let me check here how many things we have created and how many things are there to create. So we are done with first name, last name, roll number, phone, email, course, teacher, and the clubs. The last thing is like let me go for the gender. So for gender, what I want to use is like see how many values will be there in the gender. Only 3 values, right? So what are they? There should be like in a boy, or there should be like in a girl, or there should be like in a trans. So it should be of any one of these value, right? So we need not to ask the user to enter the value. We can make a user to choose the value of these 3 options. So how do I do that? So let me go there Exactly, pick list value. Going for next, gender, gender. And here you need not to go for the global pick list set. As of now, we don't have any global pick list set. Just going for the enter values. And this time, I'm just entering the values again. What are the genders? Female, female. And when you're entering the value here, a value should be separated for the each and every line. The value should be separated for the each and every line. After entering one value, just hit on the enter. It comes for the second line, then enter the second value, male, and after hit the enter, male, it's J, I think, yeah. Male, then after type transgender, right? So rather than these three values, we don't have any kind of gender, right? So instead of making a user to enter, what I did is like I asked the user to choose one value from this side, and everything is same. Just clicking on next, just clicking on next, clicking on next, and just save and new. I want to create one more value here. I want to create one more value here. I want to create one more value here. Like what I want to create is like date of birth or joining date. Can a user manually add another value in the pick list? Yes. Yes, we do have a kind of changing that. We can also make the user to add a value manually. So we can also go for that option also. We can also go for that option also. So let me go for the joining date. Can someone suggest me the best data type I can choose here? If you see here, there will be a date and time and date. So choosing a date is a proper thing. Going next, joining date. Joining date. So just going for next, and saving a new. Even joining date is done, and this time I would like to go with the pin code. Pin code. Pin code. What will be the data for the pin code? So choose a pin code. In India, as per our data, pin code doesn't consist of an alphabet in it, a character in this. So going for number is fine. But when you compare this pin code within a foreign countries like a USA and a Canada and Australia and London, UK, like this, and they might be having a character in their pin code. So in that case, going for the text is a fine because text allows entering the value of letter as well as number. So in our India, we don't have any kind of thing where the pin code is having a character in that. So I'm just going for the number and just going for the next, right? Pin code, pin code, right? And the length, I wouldn't want to go for the pin code as the length of 18 in our India. What I know is like, as per my knowledge, there will be only 6 digits of pin code. 6 digits of pin code. I'm just giving the 6 digit pin code itself. No required of the decimal places because pin code doesn't have any decimal place. And whether this pin code is required, you want to make this pin code unique? No, we don't want these two things. Just going for next. And again, clicking on save and new. Even we are done this pin code, gender. We are left with these three countries, state, city, cool. Joining date is done and the date of birth. Date of birth. And the college fees and the club fees and the language known. So now let me go with the date of birth first. Oops. Date of birth. For date of birth, what is the best data type I can pick? Date directly. You are right. DOB. DOB date of birth are not required. Just going for next. Next. Just making it save and new. And then after I would like to choose even done with it. I do talk about this age later, just put it side for some time. And the club fees and the college fees, club fees and the college fees, club fees and the college fees. So for club fees and the college fees, what with the data type I can choose? Exactly, there is a field called currency directly. You can read this later if you want. Going for next. And the first I'm going with the club fees. What is the length you would like to give? I would like to give length. The club fees never reaches more than 999. So the last amount what they can pay for the club is like 999. So I'm just making this as a three because I want only the three numbers to be entered over there. Just going for next and just going next and save and new. And this time again currency going with the college fee, college fees. I think this will be boring for you people, repeated things, right? But this is important because we are picking a different data types and we are changing the options when I'm doing that. Once in some place I'm making it required, in some place I'm not making it required, in some place I'm using the different data length, and in some place I'm using a decimal place, in some place I'm making it as a unique. So you should catch all these differences when you're taking, because this is a real-time case where you will be working, you will be creating these fields, all kind of stuff if that is required. So you are the responsible person whom to decide like what is a proper data type and what is the proper length and what is the proper way I can choose for that field. And for the college fees, and I would like to go with the 5 digits because sometimes college fee also stays more than lakh, right? So I'm just going for the college fees. See, this is a one more data type. I'm creating one more data type with currency. This is of the currency field. Just going for the length of 5. So because 5 digits 1 lakh, right? Decimal place 2. Yeah, we can use decimal place here. Some might be having some decimal place. Let me use decimal place 2 as you requested. Let me go for next. Going for next and everything is repeated. Just next and save and new. And done with this, and languages known, and I would like to create skills. Languages known and the skills. First, I would like to go for the languages known, and for this, I would like to go for the multi-pick list. Multi-pick list. And if you ask me what is the difference between the pick list and the multi-pick list, a pick list value allows to choose one value from the list. One value, only one value. Only one value, like which branch you belongs to. You should belongs to any one of the branch, right? Whether you are from the IT or whether you're from the CSC or triple E, only one value. It allows only one value. Like when I'm talking about the gender, you can only pick one gender. You can't pick two or three genders at the time, right? You can pick only one gender. So when you talk about the multi-pick list, what does it do? A user can select multiple options from the list of the values. So going for the multi-pick list and going for next, what I was talking is like skills, right? And the global pick list values entering, and skills, when I'm talking about the skills, good communication. Let me type this because I'm very bad at this data building. Skills, general skills. General skills, if I go here, like time management, effective communication, motivation, intelligence, some skills. Let me pick all these things. Looks cool if I use all the things because multiple data will be there for us. Okay, and just how I'm entering, you should remember these things. For each value, I'm going for the new value. For each value, I'm going for a new value. Use first value as a default value. If you want to use the first value as a default value, choose this. And display alphabetical order, just make this and it displays in the ABCD format. And how many values to be displayed when you're entering a value? For a one time, 4 values, or 3 values, 2 values. So I'm just making it 4. not 4. Yeah, making it 5. 5 is fine. So everything's whether this is an required or not required, that's up to you. Just going for next. Next. Save venue. And one more thing, languages known. Again, pick list, multi-pick list. Because a person is supposed to know two or three languages, more languages. Languages known and the again values. Let me type Telugu, Hindi, English, Marathi, Thi, right? So don't bother if I was wrong at the spellings. I know I'm very bad at the spellings. Marathi, I. So the HI, okay, I'm right then. Tamil, yeah, you can also suggest me what are the languages I need to enter here. Tamil, Kannada, good. Kannada, Odia, oh, Oriya, sorry. Oriya, Odia also even. So, okay, this is fine. This is fine. Oh, we don't want to make this very complicated. Multiple languages. Very good. Good move. Good move. And how many languages I'm just making this time? 3 to be displayed at the once and just making it next and just making it save. Save and new once again. Because done with this, done with this, done with this. We'll talk about later. Done with this, done with this, done with this skills. Okay. Pin code, gender, and the coming to the country, state, and city. Country, state, and city. And coming here, pick list value. I would like to go with the pick list value because pick list value, even you can enter a value over there. Pick list value, just going for next. Country, country. Okay, and entering the values manually. So just India, India, UK, USA, Canada. So these are fine. These are fine. We don't want to make much complicated here because I'm not knowing all these countries' names. Well, cities are in that. These are the countries. Just going for the directly, and here you do have two options. Restrict pick list to enter the defined in the value set. So the one who is asking like whether we are not supposed to enter a value. So if you uncheck this, you are supposed to enter a value even though the value is not there in this pick list, right? Let me choose this for this time. Done, and just going for next, just making it. Yeah, save and new once again. Save and new because we need to add a city state, right? And just going for the pick list once again. Going for the pick list and again going for the next. This time state. This time state before country. Again, I would like to enter the values and some states. Let me pick from the Google here directly. India states. I know I am very bad at history. India states particularly. So let me pick the first 4 or 5 things. Control C and directly I do paste over there. Don't bother. We are not making much complex. Just like this, not general. This one, not this. This one. So I'm just giving some random states, and this is for India particularly, and even we do have an USA, right? USA states. Okay, let me pick the values. 3 values will run. Like if I get the values directly, I can copy. I can copy. I can't copy this. Like this list of states. Any list here? Any list here? Particular list. Think if I copy this like this, it doesn't come. I will feel no, no, no. Just I'm trying to copy some names, the known names we do copy because that will be very easy for me to identify when I'm working on this. Okay, California, Florida, enter value. Then after Texas, then after Washington. So four values are fine. Four values are fine. So this is from USA, and now I want the list of UK. UK state list. Like this is what I want expecting. So England, these are the something like England, not. Let me pick land. Control C. Control V. England, North Ireland, Scotland, Wales. Oops. So what I'm trying, everyone is getting that right. Even you can also suggest me if you're knowing any kind of country name for the next thing what we are entering and the Wales. Control C, Control V, and these three things are fine. These three things are fine. I don't want to make much complex. And Canada. Next, last thing is like we'll go with Canada. Canada states list. I to choose only two. Choose only two values because one value over here. Albert. Albert. But using again. Right. These are the fine things. Nothing doing here. Even I'm asking, you can enter the value manually. I'm just going for the next. I'm just going for next. I'm just saving a new because still we do have enough cities to enter, right? One more pick list here. Again, yeah, cities. I remember that, and going for the pick list once again. I'm just going for the next pick list. What is that? City. 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 Everyone is following, right? Just give me a thumbs up over the chat. Everyone is following me, right? Nothing is confusing yet. I'm just picking some values over the internet because I'm not much aware of all the series names or all this kind of stuff. So I'm just making a copy from the Google directly. So everyone is following. Like first we have entered some cities like countries, then after states and that, and now we do enter for that states we do enter the cities. For that state we do enter the cities. Like you can give me random names like I can go with the only Telugu states because I'm not much aware of all the states like Warangal, Hyderabad, really, yeah, man, Mumbai. But one thing should be clear, like why Ooty, not Guti. So just putting like this, that is fine from. So that is fine from India. Only three things are fine. Like even I can go. So let me go for next Canada cities, like some cities in the Canada instead of states. Uh, like what this Albert. I just want to go for the cities. City list. City list. One value is fine because I only one value is fine for me. And another USA, Texas, one value. Texas, list of cities in the Texas. Austin, yeah, Austin will be fine. Dallas, yeah, even Dallas also I can take. Austin will be very easy for me to find. Like Austin and what I have been choose Dallas. Dallas spelling right? Yeah. So from USA, and one more thing I want is like we are done with this Canada, done with USA, done with India. What is the other country we have chosen there? UK, London. London is fine. That will be very easy for us from the England. London. Cool, cool. Even you can enter values if you want. Okay, display in alphabetical ladder. Yep. This default value is there. No, nothing is there. Like I'm just going for next, and just going for next. Yeah. Just remember with that. I never forget to add that age field. You should remember that. That you are due to do. Mind me, and just clicking on save. Right. Let me come here. City. Everything is done right except this the age. Everything is done right. Just remind me if I was forgetting anything. Just remind me if I was forgetting anything here. Like let me come from beginning. First name, last name, roll number, phone, email, country, state, city, gender. Even gender is also done. Pin code done. Skill done. Join date done. DOB done. Everything is cool. Everything is cool. So now I can click save directly instead of clicking on this. Just clicking on this save. Let's look, and we will look at this story after a break. 10 minutes of break, and I'm just going to take a 10 minutes of break quickly. I know you people are excited to see what happens after coming this. So just put your excitement for some time and timer, 10 minutes timer. Within 10 minutes back, we will come back and we will see what happens here. So just done. We'll back in 10 minutes. Stay tuned and be on that excitement once we get back to the session. So I'm back. Just let me know everyone is back or not. Just show me through thumbs up on the chat. I'm back. I'm back. So everyone is excited to see how the fields gets displayed, right? So let me go to the org. So we are done with this many fields. We have created a multiple fields here. So approximately how many fields we have created? Let me check. Let me check. So what is the count of this? 20. So leaving this 3, 17, leaving this 1. So approximately we have created 15 fields. And now you might be having a question, how many fields we can create in a Salesforce custom object? Did you get that question now? Like how many fields, right? With the limited number, like the what is the fixed number, like how many fields we can create over in a custom object. So someone gave an answer like 800. Oops. So let me show you that where you get that kind of settings. So if you go for this object limits on the left side, you are on the student. For every object, for every custom object, you do have an object limits. If you go to the object limits, custom fields, you can see. So you can create 500. You can create 500 custom fields. And the custom relationships you can create is like 40. The relationships we're now talking is like, that may be a lookup, that may be a master. See, if there are two master and 38 lookup fields, you can create it on a single object, same object. So got the clarity, like how many fields you can create in an object? The answer is like 500. As of now, we have created only 18. So even you do have a chance of creating more. Only 4% you have been utilized, right? Right? Okay, let me go further. So we are done. So let me check how does this reflects when I am going for the front end screen. So finally I have come here. Finally I have come here. I would like to give new value here. See, this is what happens. This is all details it is asking now. So let me enter a random value here, and something you can see here, it is not displaying in the same format, like a first you need to go with the first name, last name, all this kind of stuff, right? And if you see here the information, you can see here this space is empty and this space is like going on, keeping on going down. So this doesn't looks good. This doesn't looks good. The interface of the screen, user screen interface is not looking good. Whether we do have any privilege of changing this? Yes, we as a system administrators has an changing this privilege. How does it should be displayed? How does it should be reflected? Exactly, the concept here comes with a page layout. So before that, let me go to the page layout. Let me go to the page layout, and then after come here back and let me start working here. See, you can see, so we are done with the detail page. We are done with the fields and relationships. Do you know what are there in these fields and relationships? And coming to the object limits. So like even we are done with the object limits. What will be there? Like an object limitations. What are the limitations of the object will be there in that will be get displayed in the object limit set. And the fourth thing we're going to discuss here, page layout. Page layout. Sorry. Automatically, when a custom object is created, not only the four standard fields, a page layout also gets created for that object. A page layout also gets created for that object. So for every custom object, along with that four standard fields, a page layout also gets created. Again, not this point. Okay. Now, if you are interested in this page layout, you can use this page layout. You can do what are the changes you want. Or else if you want to create a new page layout also, you can create. You can create a new page layout also, just clicking on new. And when you're creating a new page layout, you should make a copy of the existing page layout. As of now, we are having only one page layout, choosing this page layout and give you a new page layout. Like custom student layout. Custom student layout. You can see custom student layout. And just clicking on save. Just clicking on save. Just clicking on save, and then after you can see all the fields are displaying in this way. What I want to do is for this page layout particularly, I want to display the first thing as in a first name, dragging this to top, then after last name, the rule number should be on the top actually, and then after phone, then after email, then after joining date, then after I would like to know the gender before phone. After the name I should know the gender. The last name, this is the last name and last name, the pin code, and then after date of birth, after the email, the languages known, skills, country, city, these are in the proper way. Pin code should be there down the cities. Skills, okay. Club fees, everything is looks fine. Club fees, college fees, everything looks fine. So this is way. If I click on the save, so finally done. So let me go to this screen. Let me refresh this. Now let me see how does it reflects. Student, I'm just clicking on new. Once I click on new, automatically the changes. Still the reflection hasn't done because we are dealing with the cloud. The reflection hasn't happened. Sometimes it will take some seconds to reflect. So what I want to do is like I do have a trick for me. So I do log out this. I do again. I do log in. Again I do login. So automatically the reflection gets changed. But to create new page layout, I'm not getting. Someone is like. When already there a page layout available for object, but to create new page layout when there is already a page layout available for the student. So I think your question might be like this, like already one page layout, why you're creating one more page layout, right? See, for that there isn't a reason as of now, just quite for that sometime for the next session, until unless we are not creating a user, you can't, you never comes to know why I'm creating one more page layout. Your question is exactly a valid question. If you want to answer that question, you need to wait for some time. Hope you understand. Okay, agreed. Going for next, logging in. So let me make it refresh. Going for student, not here. Going for the college. Going for the course, not course, student. Clicking on new. Still the reflection hasn't done. Why? Because I got to know that we haven't assigned this page layout to this user. Currently this user is having page layout of defaultly created page layout. We have created a new page layout, but we haven't assigned this page layout to the user whom we want. So this page layout is just for the user whom we are using now, but we have created this page. Now let's assign this page layout to the user whom we want. Page layout assignment, and clicking on edit, and here it varies according to the profiles. I know what is this profile for this time, and just keeping this and just choosing custom layout, just clicking on save. Okay, so just I have changed the page layout. For one profile I'm using one page layout, for one profile I'm using one page layout. For this system administrator, I would like to use custom page layout assignment. So you got the answer. Okay, then that's cool, knowing this way, right? Let me come here and let me make it refresh. So if you want to make the phone number as a mandatory, you can do. Even using the page layout also, that is possible. We'll let you know that soon. Still the reflection hasn't done. Let me refresh. Oops. Everything is fine here. There any save button here? Nothing is there like the save button. Let me click on this page layout. If I go for this student page layout, once again page layout, I should find for administrator, this page layout should be there. The custom student page layout should be there. Yeah. So that looks cool. Coming here and refreshing once again. because changes should be reflected to the user, right? Still the reflection hasn't done. So one more choice. Let me close this, log out and log in, because before I haven't assigned that. Now I haven't. Now I have assigned that. For sure, I am pretty sure about that. It's cool. It's cool. Come here. Let me refresh once again. Page layout student should get reflected this time. Hoping for the best. Yeah. We can see first name has come first, last name, gender, followed by everything, whatever you want here, like what we made to be, what we are expecting to be happen there. So it is reflecting on the same way. Even you can also see for the cities, for the country also you can. Whatever you want to do, you can. None or something like that. India. So finally the expected thing is happened. So and what I want to is like this, that the place is empty, I just want to fill this space. And you can see there is only one section, and there is only one section. I can also divide this into multiple sections, like general information to one section, and the skills to one section, and the related objects to one section, and the address to one section. So I can also divide in that way. So let me show you that quickly. How can I do that? Going for this, and again going for the page layout, and we are working on the custom page layout, right? Just go for the custom page layout, and on the top you can see there is a section and the blank space. I'm just dragging this section, leaving under the student details, and I'm just naming this section as general information. General information, right? Looks good. And the detail page, and how it should be there for the both detail page as well as the edit page. See, edit page is nothing but when we are entering the details, we do call that an edit page. After entering the details, you are looking at the details, right? We do call that as a detail page. Again, I do tell you this, no worries. And how does the layout should be there? The layout should be there in the two columns. And what the order of the fields, whether this is in a this kind of zigzag or this is in a this kind of zigzag, right? Let me go with this and let's click on this. Say a new section has been added. Let me add some details here. General information like first name and the last name. And what I want is like this side. Okay. I want to display this first name and last name side by side, but this last name is going straight forward to the registration. So I don't want to do that. I do choose a blank space and put over the first space, first name. So automatically it will be side by side. General information like a gender, what kind of gender, and then after phone number, then after followed by email ID. And for email ID also, I want to state that exactly forward to the explain. Even the date of birth, just pulling this date of birth here, and here age should become, later we do talk that. And one more section I would like to add, related objects. Related objects and a column. I want this kind of column this time, and just clicking on OK. And in this teacher, course, the club, these three things I want. And like now I want college kind of information, and one more section, college info. I want this kind of things, and want this, and clicking on this college info, right? Joining date, the club fees, and the college fees. Skills, like what kind of skills this fellow do know, and the languages known. Let me put that language known like this, even in the college information. Okay, so this is what I'm just putting over there. And one more section I would like to add, like address. ADD address. Okay, and I want this, and just clicking on OK, and I do add this address. I just want address under related, country followed by state, and the city followed by pin. Looks fine. Okay, system information, you can see system information, general information sections are there, but this section doesn't get highlighted. Automatically it do display by itself. Right now, this looks a little fine for me, just making it save and just going for the object and making it refresh, and now see how does it reflects. Now let's see how does it reflects. Clicking on new value. See, this time this looks different, and before that looks different. Now last name, first name, gender, and under the gender, phone number beside email, DOB, under the college information you can see joining date, all this kind of stuff. And even here you can also see college fees, club fees, something like that. The college fees, there is college fees there beside the joining date. Okay, club fees, courses known, and the address. So here there is a spelling mistake, just ignore that. So it looks better than compared to the before, right? Do you agree with me? It looks better than compared to the before one, right? So even I would like to enter one details here. Like let me go with the Anil. Let me go with the Anil kind of information. Anil, and the first name, and just giving it an F Anil, G Anil, and the gender is like female. The phone number is not mandatory here. I can skip these details. Even I can also enter some random number. The email, I'm just giving like this. This is not Anil's number. Don't go with this. Gmail.com. And the date of birth, I would like to give the date of birth of the Anil also. Like, let me make this fellow very young. Like, I'm just choosing this fellow's date of birth is like 2004 born, and that's on October 16th. And the college joining date is on October 24th. Let's consider the college fees is that this fellow has paid 50,000 as of now. Okay, and the languages known as Telugu, Marathi, Tamil, Kannada. This fellow is multi-talented. Odia, something like this. And the skills known. You can see how many skills you are displaying here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, right? But when you see for the languages known, only 3, because we have given that manually. How many values should be displayed? Let me make this fellow intelligent in the skill also. Some values over there. And the club fees, just maintaining like whether if this fellow is choosing any club, I can choose this club. The course he had chosen as mechanical teacher, not there. Club is chosen as a cricket club. The country he chosen as India. Even though he's choosing India, he can pick any state whatever he want. But this is doesn't look fine. We do make some changes for this address. As of now, just put side this address. Hyderabad pin code is like 5072 something. Just clicking on this save. See, this is how does it looks. This is detail page. The before page which we are working is in a edit page. So you got the difference of edit page and the detail page, right? And this is related page. What are the related objects? As of now, there is no related objects, because if this is behaving as a master object, you will get a related records. So this is a child object. It doesn't have any related objects, right? So this is how it looks. See, even you can see 22 ABCD-0010. It starts with one, this thing. Start with this thing. So not only this, using a page layout, you can also make a field value required. Using a page layout, let me go to the page layout once again. Someone is asking like, I want to make phone number as a required. So let me show you that using a page layout, how you can make a field value required. So just going for the custom page layout. If you go for the custom page layout, if you go little down for the phone number, in the phone number you can see there are two options. One is like a minus symbol which calls as a remove option. Another thing is like property with a wrench icon. Click on property. There is a read only value or it's a required value. You can do both. You can use any one of these. Required. If I make it required, if I click on this, automatically a star symbol has been highlighted for this phone. You can see, right? The star symbol has been highlighted for that. Just clicking on this, okay. Even the club fees also, I should be there beside this. Club fees this side. Okay, because there are. So got it. So I'm just clicking on this save once again. If I go for this record, if I click on this new record detail page, now you will be seeing as of now the reflection hasn't reflected. If you wait for some time, automatically this phone number will be a required value. That phone number will be a required value if you wait for some time. This is what the story about the. So now let me come to the story of the address. What happens with the address? Because we are giving different kinds of countries here. Even though what is the country I'm choosing, it is allowing me to choose what of the state I want here. So it shouldn't be in that way, right? It shouldn't be in that way. If I'm choosing USA, only the USA related California, Florida, these country states should be displayed. So how we gonna do that? We do have a concept called field dependency. We do have a concept called field dependency. Let me build this field dependency, and this is one of the most important thing to you people. Okay. So where we are there, we are on the student object. Go to the student object manager, go to the fields and relationships. There you can see field dependency. Everyone got to know, right, where the field dependency is there. So what is a field dependency means? A field gets dependent upon the controlling field. See, now what I'm trying to do is like, if you choose state as an India, if you choose country as an India, it should only display the states which are there in the India. If you choose country as in a USA, it should only display the states which are there in the USA. If you choose state as in a USA state, something like a Florida, something like Texas, it should only display the related cities which are there in that country. So let me build that. And for this field dependency, to use a field dependency, you should have either pick list or you should have a checkbox. See, only the pick list and checkboxes values get displayed here. First, we want to go for the country. And what is the dependence field? For country, it is depending upon the state. And just going for continue. See, under India, these are the things like Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Chandigarh, Goa, Gujarat. These are the things. Under the UK, can you please help me like finding the countries? Like under UK, what would the state? Under UK, what would the state? Under USA, I can pick here Texas, Washington, Florida, California. If I go for under USA, England, Scotch, Washington is there in USA. These things are for this. And if I go for the Canada, I can choose even this Wales is also there in UK. Oops. Went wrong. I need to choose once again. I should catch control. I need to select all these things. This is not England, and these things come Florida from here to here. Go and California, not California, England, Netherlands, Scotland, and Wales. So this is right? This is right. There any country like let me click on view all. So we are choosing with only for. Again, I have lost this data. From here to here, UK, Washington, England, Netherlands, Scotland, Wales, Texas, Florida, California, and just clicking on include values. Now what happens is if I'm choosing India as my country, it only displays the related values over there. If I'm choosing UK, only these four values are displayed. If I'm choosing USA, it only four values displayed. And let me make it save. Let me make it save. Let me make it save and let me go here, refreshing this page. Let me go to the student value which we are using for this. And if I come down, if I choose India here, let me change this to USA now. Let me change this to UK. See, automatically when I'm choosing UK, only the related states are displaying to me. England. But if I come for the city, all the cities are displaying. So what should I do? Again, I need to build a field dependency from the state to city. This time state will be the controlling field and the city will be the dependent field. State will be the controlling field and the city will be the dependent field. Let me go there and let me quickly do that. Field dependency, creating new field dependency. And who is the controlling field here? Who is the controlling field here? Just let me the answer here. State, right? State. And see, when you are using one field as a dependent, you can't use that field as a controlling. Like in the previous step, what happens? Like, let me complete this and let me make it clear. I don't want to make it confused. See, state I have chosen there, state, and here I need to choose city. See, when I'm choosing that in a controlling field, in the dependence field, I can choose that. In dependence field, this state doesn't get displayed. And the dependent field can be of three data types. What are they? Multi-pick list, pick list, and the checkbox. When it comes for the controlling field can be only two. One is pick list and other is like checkbox. Only two things can be chosen for the controlling field. When you come for the dependent, you can choose three data types. Even you can see multi-pick list also gets highlighted. Okay, just clicking on continue. Like I did a big blunder. Like under page, I haven't chosen anything. Let me choose under other page like Warangal and the Hyderabad. Under the Arunachal Pradesh, nothing is there. Under Arunachal Pradesh, nothing is there. Let me click on view all. And Assam, Dispur, Bihar, nothing is there. Bobili, Andhra Pradesh, Bobili. Yeah, Bobili. Even I can choose Bobili, Warangal, and Hyderabad. Let me click on include values so that I can choose individually. Include values. These three got include. And if I come here and Gujarat, nothing is there. Another Gujarat, any state is there? No, right? Hyderabad is Telangana. I do know that. Just because we don't have a value called Hyderabad here, just choosing the random thing. Just don't go for these kind of values. Under Texas, I can see a string. Even Dals, I can see. I'm not choosing full floor in any kind of value. Only for Texas, I'm choosing and view 5 more sets. And the Chandigarh, view all. Yeah. So Albert, under Albert, and I don't have anything. So London. And, where I can go? Scotland, England. Under England, I can choose this. So done. Warangal. Even the Warangal also I can choose, right? For Warangal, I can choose that as an under page. Let drone consider. Even I have chosen Warangal. Okay. Dals comes under. Dals comes under. So let me choose under. Dals comes under. The Wales comes under. These things. I don't go this whether this information is right or wrong. Just so if you want to remove any value, just click on that value and exclude value. If you want to add a value, click on that value and include a value. Okay, you got to know how to add these values now. I do feel got to know, right, how to add a value under the pick list values. Just clicking on the save. Just give me a thumbs up over the chat. Okay, now let me go and let me check how does it displays. Now we do follow. Now we do follow. Yes, yes, even we can double click, even we can double click, even we can catch, control, shift, all this kind of stuffs are there. That's not a big matter here. That's not even a big issue. Okay, reload this page. So if I go a little down, if I choose this as an edit value, if I'm choosing this as an USA, now you can see only California, Florida, Texas. Under Texas, I can feel under Texas. So still the reflection hasn't reflected because this is getting work. The first field dependency is working. The second field dependency is not working. That is because the reflection hasn't done it. So it do take some time and automatically it do gets displayed. And even in the phone also it is not getting displayed, and for phone also it should get displayed. So no worry, these changes comes to know. But you got the point, right? What does the field dependency do? So that's cool. So if that is cool, let me go for the profile in the Salesforce. Like I don't think today we don't go for the user creation and the role. Just let me tell you the profile. What does a profile do? What is a profile actually? See, when I'm talking about the profile is in a base level access given to a user. Who is the user here? User is nothing but an employee in the company. So what I mean, profile is in a base level access given to an employee. Who is the employee? Employee is a user. So can we find users in the Salesforce? Yes, we can find users in the Salesforce. And how can you get the users? If you go for the setup, if you go for the setup, under the setup, under the setup, if you go for the quick find, if you type users, you will be having a 4 users here as of now. See, this is a user we have created. This is our org, and other 3 users has been given by the Salesforce directly for our internal use. Okay, so we can create multiple user according to our need. What does user mean? User is nothing but an employee in the company. So what does it mean? Who is this Rakesh? This Rakesh is nothing but an employee. What kind of role he's having? Like as of now we haven't decided any role, but the profile we have given for that fellow is like system administrator. So when you're creating a user, giving a profile is mandatory. Without a profile, you can't create a user. First point. For a user, you can give only one profile. There is no privilege of giving 2 profiles. Only one profile, one user. But one profile can be given to the multiple user. One user, one profile, multiple users. See, vice versa. This is different. One user, one profile, multiple users. Like branch. Exactly, you are right, Sharma. You are right. So you are following. That's cool. So like there are some standard profiles in the Salesforce. Let me show you that profiles. And where does this profiles depends? This profiles depends on the license of the Salesforce. Like according to the license, the profiles gets highlighted. For particular Salesforce license, you'd have a kind of profiles. For a standard user license, you'd have a kind of users. For different types of license, a profile gets built. A profile gets highlights. So can we create a profile in the Salesforce? Yes, we can create a custom profile in the Salesforce. Do we have any standard profiles in the Salesforce? Yes, we do have any standard profiles in the Salesforce. You can see PRO. Yep. Profiles. Okay, these are all the standard profiles directly given by the Salesforce. For each and every profile, if you want to know, you can go for the description of that profiles. If you type this profile in the help.salesforce.com, you come to know what are the set of features there in that profile. Okay, let me show you the standard profile which we are using for this org, which is known as the system administrator profile, which is the highest privileged profile in the Salesforce, which comes within a license of Salesforce. And you can see there is a one more license, Salesforce platform. So different license do you have different profiles. A profile will be dependent upon the license. And where does this license comes? We do buy license on a subscription base. We do buy the license on a subscription base. What does this subscription means? In the beginner days, when we are talking about the Salesforce is in a cloud technology where we need not to purchase entire data what we want. We can go according to the subscription base. Like if I want a license for 10 days, like that is on a monthly. If I want a license, yeah, editions, exactly, you are on the right way. Editions, we go according to the editions. Each editions will have some standard license with that. So if you want to beyond that license also, you can purchase paying an additional amount of that according to your company requirement. Got the point? So profile is in a base level setting given to a user. So for one profile, we can give multiple users, but one user do have only one profile. And what are the levels of security that profile can build? When I'm talking about the base level settings, what are those settings? Let me show you that. Let me click on the standard profile. See, a profile can manage page layouts. A profile can manage page layouts. A profile can manage custom object layouts. Even these are the standard things. Like you can see, account will be there, all multiple things will be account, got all the things. And these are the standard, these are the custom, because custom is nothing but the one which we have created, right? These are the custom profiles, custom page layouts, object layouts particularly. And a field level security can be also maintained using a profile. And you might be having a question now, when I'm creating a fields, I told that just leave about this profile. See, when you're creating a field also, it do ask you about the field level, which managed by the profiles. Not only on the profile, when I'm creating a tab also, it do ask you. When I'm creating a tab also, it do ask you what are the profiles you want to give to access this tab which you are creating. So tab level, even for the custom objects, this is for the custom, and the custom app settings for an applications which you are building, whether that application should be displayed to the user whom you want, that can be also managed using profile. See how strong the profile is, and the profile is most important thing in the Salesforce. So without a profile, you can't create a user, right? So just remember the things what a profile can manage. What a profile can manage, okay? And the service providers like tab settings, all these kind of things again. Tab settings and the record types. This is a new concept. We will discuss about these record types also. As of now, we're skipping that. And the custom tabs for a custom object, we do create custom tabs. How do I access the content of the Salesforce once the session completed? Like if you're talking about these contents, we will be giving the recordings. Tomorrow morning, you will be posting on the Telegram channels. You can access from there. We will be posting a link. If you click on that link, if you go for the record creation directly, you will be having just a minute. Yep, sorry for that. So profile. So you can also access in that way. So this is about the story of the profile. Not only that, a system administrative permissions for this profile, particularly these permission settings will become different profiles will have its own capability of settings. All profile doesn't have the same kind of settings. Depending upon the license, depending upon the profile, the settings gets changed. And this is then a standard profile. We don't have any limitations to edit all the things whatever we want. For in a custom profile, you can change whatever you want. Being this is in a standard profile, you are limited. You are limited to change the settings whatever you want for this standard profile. If you create a custom profile, whatever you want, you can customize over that. And the general user permissions like that. And then after object permissions, custom object permissions, the session settings even, like how many times your account should be laid for the login after without moving the cursor or like that kind of stuff. And the password policies, you can also manage the password like user expiry. So after 90 days my password gets expired because this profile is there for the system administrator, right? So all this kind of stuff, you can also go for this password policies. Multiple things will be there under this. If you change here, automatically the changes will be reflected for all the users who are having the same profile. If you're changing anything for a profile, any settings for the profile, users who are having the same profile which you have done the changes, that settings gets changed for all the users, right? And these are the multiple things. Just go to this all the things. This is what about the profile. Now what I want to do is like I just want to create a custom profile. Let me show you that how to create a custom profile. If you want to create a custom profile directly, you can't create a custom profile. You need to clone any existing profile. You need to clone. What does it mean? You need to copy of any existing profile. So if you want to create a custom system administrator profile, clone the system administrator profile and do whatever the changes you want there. So like a custom system admin looks good. System admin, just clicking on save. So finally we have created a custom system admin. So you can create one more user and you can assign that user. So let me create, I think user creation. Yeah, we can create a user. Quickly we do create a user. Here. So everyone, right? Everyone got to know what is in a profile. See, just give me a thumbs up over the chat. Profile. What is profile? How to create a profile? How to clone a profile? What is the difference between the standard profile and the custom profile? Right? If that profile is cleared, let's see how to create a user in the Salesforce. See, what does the user mean? User means second employee. User means second employees. A company do have 10 employees or multiple employees. That depends on the company of the scale of the company. Okay. So, okay, there are 10 employees. How many users should be there in my org? How many users should be there in my org? There are 10 employees. So that means I need to create 10 users, exactly. 10 users. Like if I want to create 10 users, how many profiles I want? Let's assume that all these people belongs to sales only. Sales. How many profiles I want? See, if you want to give for these 10 people same kind of settings, one profile is fine. Because for all these 10 people, you can use same profile, right? If you want to give different kinds of settings, there will be a like senior manager, junior manager, or like a senior sales manager, senior representative, all these kind of things, then you will be going with the multiple users. So for a proper usage of the user, like for particular user, you want some kind of settings, you will create a particular profile for that fellow and you will be assigning that fellow. Okay. So 10 employees are there, and okay, let's assume that for all the people we want to give only one user, one profile. So one profile is fine. So 10 users, 10 employees. And how many license I require now? How many license I require? And one license will be consumed by the one user. One license will be consumed by the one user. Indirectly, in between a profile will be involved. So if I'm having 10 employees, I should have a 10 license with me. So why 10 license? Because one profile consumes one license. We are giving 10 users, right? So it consumes 10 license. A user consumes one license and the profile consumes one license. So obviously for with one profile, we are using for 10 employees. 10 employees, for sure we want 10 license now, right? Good one, good catch. Everyone good, have a good catch. Now I bought 10 license because I do have a 10 employees. My company decided to buy 10 license, and for all these people, one profile. For all these people, one profile and 10 license and 10 employees I do have, right? Okay, so I bought 10 license, one profile. I have created all this for all these people belongs to sales department of equal position. Let's consider as of now there are of equal positions. Now, is this 10 employees will be fixed in my company as long my company do exist? See, my question is like all these 10 employees will be there with my company. No, right? Obviously, there will be interchange. One employee to gets, new employee to come, old employees to leave. They will be going for the vary, right? Multiple varying will be there. So I bought 10 license. Suddenly, for a drop, what happens is, five people got resigned. Only 5 employees are there. Employees are there now, current for this situation. But I do have 10 license, right? But I do have a 10 license. Still, I do have a 10 license because I bought 10 license when I'm buying this. And after 10 to 15 days of struggle of the HR was able to find 6 new employees. 6 new employees. Now my question for you people is how many license I want? How many license I want and how many active users are there here? How many active users, how many license I want, and for all these new 6 people also belong to the sales of the same role, right? One profile will be going for all the users. 5 active users are there, 1 new license. Still, I am expecting a multiple answers here. This is a base concept. Okay, let me tell my story. Let me put this aside for some time. Control X. Control. Yeah, I have thrown it aside. Okay, so let me come here. So initially I'm having 10 employees. So 5 employees left, right? Then after there is a 6 addition. So what is the sum of this? How many active users are there? 11 active users are there with me. 11 active users are. So coming to the license, how many I want? See, when we have 10 employees, so 10 license we do have. 5 employees got relieved from our company. 5 employees got relieved from our company. For relieving employees, do we pay subscription? No, right? So when this employees is inactive, so what we do with these 5 employees, we do make these 5 employees as an inactive. And we don't have a privilege of deleting a user in the Salesforce. This is most important. We don't have a privilege of deleting a user in the Salesforce. We have an option of making that user inactive. Once I'm doing this inactive, automatically what happens is the license gets released from these users. So 5 license gets released. So 5 used and 5 more can be used for the other users. Because initially I do have 5 license with me, and for 5 employees left, so 5 license gets released back to me, and again 6 users has been added. So already I do have 10 license with me, so 1 license I need to add, plus 1. So total 11 active users. So 11 licenses, fine. So how many active users are there for your company? That many number of licenses required. Is it clear to everyone? Should I repeat anything here? Anything confusing here? Hope nothing will be, because that is very clear. Employees are leaving, employees are coming. If employees is leaving, the license which are bearing for that, the payment which are making for that license, for that base of that user, we will get released back to that our case. So we can assign that license to the new user who is coming. Right? This is the concept of the license and the Salesforce users and the profile. Right? Now coming here, let me show you something. Company. And the company settings, company information, I can see the license here. I have shown you this in the beginning days also. Licenses, this is the Salesforce licenses. How many licenses are there? 2 licenses. 1 license has been used. Who is this license? Rakesh. Rakesh is the one user who is using this license. So now let me create a new user with the same license. Automatically the license gets 0 here. Users, and creating a new user. Okay, and I just want to give a new name. So this time the user will be like Tony. New user means new profile. No, you are exactly wrong. User is different, profile is different. A profile is mandatory when we are creating a user. See, red thing, profile. So already we have created a custom profile, right? See, that custom profile becomes here. Custom system administrator. We have created. Why we have created? We want to give this profile to the user we are creating now, whom we are creating now. And the license user for this Salesforce. If I choose any other license, Salesforce platform, in this custom user doesn't come. Custom system admin, because the custom system administrator is under the Salesforce license. Got it? Clear? And the email ID, I'm just giving some random email ID. I'm not giving for the any kind of email ID here. And the username, let me put some here like a 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 username, and the nickname I'm just making it, and this is of the active stage. And you can skip role here. Role is not mandatory. You are right. Role is not mandatory because automatically it is taking some role, not specified as of now. You can skip the role, but you can also give the role. Anything is fine. That's up to you. But giving a role is not mandatory when we are creating a user. Okay, and everything looks fine. And I give the language settings India, and Kolkata, Asia, English, everything looks. And who is the manager? Let me choose Rakesh as the manager for this fellow, like reporting manager. Rakesh, and I don't want to generate a password right now. If you click a generate password, a email will be sent to your mail where you can verify the link and generate a password for that. As of now, I'm not doing that. Just clicking on the save. Just confirm that everything is clear here, right? So everything is clear. Just general information like what we are giving here. Like Tony is a user, Salesforce license, profile, role, and the username. This is a username helps you to log in into the Salesforce. Like if you go for the login.salesforce.com, the username which you are providing here helps you to log into the Salesforce for the second time as this Tony user. See, the Rakesh user is different. Rakesh do have its own login, and the Tony also do have its own login. Who will manage all these things? A system administrator will manage all these things. Who is the system administrator? The one learners. Who you people are the system administrator. You people are system developers, right? So you are responsible of creating a user in the Salesforce. And let me tell you a great point here. Being a system administrator, most of the works you will be getting creating a user in the Salesforce. See, this is your duty to create a user of your company employee. So you are the responsible person who will take in charge of creating a user. Alias means like some other name. If that fellow is having some kind of nickname, like already nickname is there, like alias name. Like if some people do have the 2 names, right? Some people do have 2 names, and the primary name and the alias name. So that is what alias name. So automatically when I click this name, automatically the alias name will come by itself. If you want to change that, you can also. Englishman, something like Englishman or something like some other name, some any tone. That's fine. So everything is clear here, right? Just clicking on save. Finally, I have created a user. What is the status of this user? Active. Let me show you the company license now. Company information. If I go little down under the Salesforce, because I have used the Salesforce license, how many license to be there remaining? So total license 2, user license 2, 0 are there under the Salesforce license. What the point? Everyone got the point? Why it is showing 0 before that is 1? Because we have created one more user, we have created one more employee, one more new employee has come for our college. We have created a employee username and the password, all the belongings to that fellow. So automatically a license has been consumed. A license has been consumed. And a profile which we have given is a custom profile which we have created for that. Exactly, you are right, Ramesh. What you are mentioning is like we have used the two license. That's the reason it's showing 0. Cool. Now let me show you. So let me make inactive that user. Going for the user and just clicking on this edit beside the Tony. You can see edit. I can edit this. And here I can see inactive button, and if I uncheck this, what happens is automatically the user gets inactive. So clicking on this save, clicking on this save. So now let me come to the company settings setting, company information, and check for the license. See, user license is 1, so 1 license got released again. So let me go to the users once again. Users, going for the users and clicking on this Tony. This Tony is inactive. That's the reason it is showing the license has been released. And can you see any delete option here? No delete option will be there for the user. You cannot delete a user in the Salesforce. And even you can also see here, if I click on this Tony, no delete option is there here. And this is inactive, only you can make inactive. And what is this freeze option? When you click on this freeze, what happens is a license doesn't get released, but the user was unable to log into the Salesforce. Let me give a scenario here. Let me consider that I am an employee and someone is there as my manager. So what happens is I have taken a leave for 3 days. So I was out of the station for the 3 days. After 3 days also, I was not reporting to the office. So my company people decided that this fellow might be there somewhere, and it is with this fellow, my company credentials are there, like username and the password. If I was stuck with some other place, like I was kidnapped with some other place, I was using any kind of misuses, I can do that, right? So in that case, what I do is instead of making inactive a user, I do click on the freeze this account. So let me make this before, let me click on this edit. Let me make it active. Let me click on the save, and I'm just freezing this account now. So if I freeze this account, what happens is I was unable to log into the Salesforce even though I'm having my password and the username. So it do throw an error like contact your system administrator. Something went wrong here. So that fellow should be, for sure, that fellow should call the manager and make the notify that I was in this kind of situation. I was not unable to. So then after the user do come here, and once he do make it unfreeze, automatically the user is able to log in again. So this is active and this is on freeze. Let me show you the company settings. Company information, going for the licenses again. See user. Even once the user is active, automatically the license will be user. Even though you are freezing, the user was unable to log in, but that will be under use. What the point? Clear, right? Everyone, freeze. Can we delete a user in the Salesforce? Your answer should be no. We can't delete a user in the Salesforce. So what was the major difference between the freeze and the inactive? Freeze and the inactive. Inactive license gets released, and if you freeze, still the license will be there for that user, but that fellow can't able to log into the Salesforce. Got it. Got it. Cool. 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 Boom. Okay, let me check this. And we are done with the user creation. You are done with the user. And the coming to the role. What is the role in the Salesforce? Role is nothing but a designation given to the role. So let me talk about mine. What is the role of mine in my company? I am a Salesforce developer. Like, what is that? That is in a role. So let me consider in our application. Let me consider in our application. We do have a user called Rakesh, right? We do have a user called Rakesh. That's for role hierarchy. That is okay. Even we do have a role hierarchy also. Our hierarchy is nothing but depending upon the level, depending upon the level 1, level 2, level 3. So if the level 1 person is there, he should report to the level 2. If the level 2 is there, he should report to the level 4. So there is a hierarchy built in the organization. There is a hierarchy built in the organization. For that hierarchy, we need to have multiple roles like manager and the salesperson. I can go with like this. Let me show you. Let me take some kind of things. Senior sales manager. Okay, then after a junior sales manager, junior sales manager. Okay, and a field sales representative, field sales rep, and a junior sales rep, sales rep. Sorry, senior sales rep, junior sales rep, representative, and the junior sales representative. Okay, and for all these people, there is a zonal manager or region manager. So this all people will be reporting this fellow is reporting to the this fellow is reporting to the senior manager. This fellow is reporting to the senior manager. This fellow is also reporting to the junior manager. So this is like even you can have zonal or general manager, something like. So this senior manager will be reporting to the zonal manager. This junior manager will be reporting to the senior manager. This sales rep will be reporting to the junior sales rep, and this senior sales rep will be reporting to the field sales rep, and this junior sales rep will be reporting to the senior sales rep. In that way, there is some special employee who is looking at the sales only, but this fellow has a privilege of direct contact to the CEO. Directly to the CEO. So no other intermediates, direct to the CEO. See, if you want to unfreeze the account, just go for the account and just click on the unfreeze the account. See, being a system administrator, you can freeze all the users, but you can't freeze yourself. You can't freeze yourself. Try this. Being in a login as a system administrator, try to freeze yourself. You can't do that. Because someone should be there to log in and someone should be there to unlock you, right? If you're locking yourself, who is going to come and unlock you? No one is there, right? So being a system administrator, we can't freeze or we can't make inactive ourselves. Okay, you can make other users to freeze, you can make other users to inactive. Being a system administrator profile, you can't do that. Got it? So this is what. So each position here is in a role. Each position here is in a role. And the role, the level they are following is nothing but a role hierarchy. Role hierarchy. Got the point? What is role and what is the role hierarchy? And we do have a user, right? We do have a user, right? We do have a user, right? Let me make that user has in our college. Like let me create a role now. So to create a role, where I need to go to the setup, under the quick find type roles, users. Under users, you will be getting a roles. So let me create set up a new role. And let me create new role, add a role. So what is the role I'm adding? I'm adding a role as like we are dealing with a custom like a college kind of application, right? For this college kind of application, what I want is like a teacher, like a floor in charge, something like that. Floor in charge. That the Tommy is in a floor in charge, like even headmaster, right? Good one. Headmaster or floor in charge, like floor in charge, anything is fine. Headmaster role name label is that even the role name is also headmaster, and to whom he is reporting directly, he is reporting to CEO. Who is the CEO here? So you can give whatever you want there. You can give whatever you want there, right? And the role name has displayed on the report. If you are building any kind of report, how does it should be displayed? As of now, if we are not doing any kind of report displayed, I'm not just even this is not a mandatory, so I'm just making it safe. So we have created a role, and let me assign this role to the particular user. Assign user to the role. So for this user, for this role, you need to assign some, right? So who are the users here? Like a headmaster, available users too under this section. Like I go for the all users. See, Tony has come, and just making it save. So I have assigned a role to the Tony. So let me go to the users. Let me go to the users, and I can find users. Under users, I can find Tony's. Like say headmaster. Tony is a headmaster. To whom he is reporting? To whom he is reporting? He is reporting to Rakesh. Reporting manager is Rakesh. And what is the role of the Rakesh? As of now, Rakesh don't have any kind of role. I can also add a role to this fellow. Coming here, I can make him CEO. Just making it save. Done. See, this is what the story about the role hierarchy and how to assign a role. For one role, you can assign multiple users. For one role, you can assign multiple users. Let me show you that also. So instead of CIC, even I'm making this Rakesh as a headmaster. Just clicking on save. So both this Tony and this Rakesh both are headmasters. Cool. Looks right, right? Is it clear to you people till here what we have discussed? Like even we are done with this, only security model is left, and this will be fine if I go with the tomorrow. Like last thing I would like to tell you is like a formula field, age. We are skipping this age, right? Let me complete the story of the age. See why I'm not going for the age is like I want to use a different kinds of field data type called field, like formula field for that. So let me go to the users once again. You got remember that we have left with the age over there. Going for the object manager, going for the student, going for the student fields and relationships, and just going for the new. And this time I'm picking the data type as a formula field because I want to calculate the age when I'm giving the data birth directly. I need not to enter the age directly. It should calculate when I'm giving the data birth. Right, just going for next. And here I'm going to give age, and what is the return type? I want the return type as number because how the age will be like 20, 21, 22, 23, 15, 16, 17, 18, right? So that is a number. Any decimal place? I don't want any decimal place, 0. Just going for next. And here I'm going to write a formula here. Just go for the advanced formula. Advanced formula, insert a field. How do you calculate age? The basic formula there for an age is like today minus okay, you just want me to know today minus date of birth. Exactly, you are right. Today minus date of birth. Okay, here there is a function called functions. You can use in this date and time. In this, you will be having a today. Today, insert the field today minus DOB. Today minus DOB. Where does the today DOB there? Student under student. If I go for this, DOB will be there. Insert. Just checking syntax, nothing error is there. And I just want to make this as a blank, not going for the value. Just making it next. Just making it next. And this is about the field level security of the profile. If I'm changing this, automatically the profile also gets changed. So I'm not doing anything. And custom layouts. Where you want to display, if you want to display this field which you are creating as a formula field on the both the page layouts, you can choose both. If not, you can choose only one. Just clicking on save. So let me go and check what the value of the student. Let me make it refresh, reload. Just going for the student. So if I go for this fellow, automatically the age should be there for this fellow. Let me check age. Can someone tell me that why this is showing like this 658.9? So what it is doing is it is calculating on the days, not on the years. So what I do is I do go for this formula once again. Student, I do divide that with 360, 365. Like 1 year is nothing but 365, right? So I'm getting the number of days. So if I divide that with the years, automatically the like which formula field will be used in the real time. That's all depends upon the situation. Instead of using the formula field, sometimes you may go with the validation rule also. There are multiple things you can write. Even instead of going for these things, you will be going for the coding part. Like most writing a formula field doesn't come from the admin part, it comes from the developer part. And even that comes from the advanced admin. Okay. Just going for the age and just going for the edit and just making it as a dividing this by the 365 or 364. 365, no check, nothing, just making it save. There is an error. What is error? Syntax error 365. Yo, okay. Operator, I haven't used operator divided by. Right? Just syntax error. No syntax error, just making it save. Now if I come here, if I refresh this page, automatically this gets converted into the age. See, automatically has come with the 18 years. Right? This is what the story about the formula fill actually. Right? I think I should conclude with this for this day and see you again on the next live session, that is on the third 11th month. Next month we are having a third, like today is the 31st and first second we are not having any hands-on sessions. How can I access my teachable account, sir? So if you go for the teachables.salesforce. See now itself on the Telegram I have posted a document. If you go for the document, you will be having a proper link, all these things. Even tomorrow morning also I do post that link once again. Just go for that, right? So that's easy, nothing tricky in that. Just there will be a link and you need to create account with that Telegram link. You want Telegram link? I have posted in the beginning of this chat. If you go for this, you can find this. Right, see you all, take care, have a good time. Hope everyone is enjoying mind session. And what I feel is like mind session should not be boring to you people. And why I'm making each and every point clear is like being in a system administrator, these are the major things to you. Being in a developer, they do write directly code, but they won't work here. But being in a system administrator, you should know each and every part which you are doing over there. Major responsibilities of the system administrator is creating a user, creating a roles, creating a profiles, using the security levels. What we have, this is the today topic which we have discussed. This is the most important thing for a system administrator. Hope that's what I'm expecting. Mine thing should be very clear to you people. You can directly ask me, like even I'm giving the time in middle of the sessions, right? So you can directly post me if you have any technical queries for me. And even I have been telling you people like, if you want to.
Recording stopped.
Let me open mine thing like, you can also follow me on the LinkedIn. If you go for Mind Trailhead, you can also find Mind Trailhead, LinkedIn Trailhead .salesforce.com. This is my personal Trailhead account. If you go there, you can find my LinkedIn. You can start following you there. You can also write your queries like technical queries. Try not to write all this kind of stuff of related to the smart page, all this kind of stuff. Just go for the technical queries. Like if you want any kind of guidance or something like that to sustain in the Salesforce, particularly for any kind of role, just ask me. I am there to help you people. So I'm just posting once again my Trailhead URL here. Just go to that, and if you are interested, you can also follow me at Twitter as well as on LinkedIn as well as my Trailhead URL, Trailhead. Mine is in a public URL. You can also, everyone can access what is what, like what are, how many certifications are there for me, particularly all this kind of stuff. Okay, I hope everyone was able to look into my screen, and just I am posting this on the public chat. So no worries. Tomorrow morning, I will be giving a proper guidance in the Telegram, like how to do the access recordings of this session, live sessions. For sure, tomorrow by 11 a.m. 11 a.m. I will be posting you a document which helps you to access the recordings. Cool. With this, concluding for this day. Good night, everyone. See you. Bye.